When I was younger, I ate a lot of salads, but I also hated them. Back then, salads were defined by absence. Absence of calories, of flavor, and of fun. But over the years, I picked up a few strategies that gradually turned salad from a diet food I dreaded eating into something kind of enjoyable. Until one day I woke up and realized I had become a salad person. You know, one of those really annoying people that actually enjoys eating salad. So today I wanted to share my approach to salads. We'll start by covering some of the most common mistakes that prevent your salads from tasting great, and then we'll cover a couple of strategies to implement if you want to make salads a regular part of your life. But before we do, a little disclaimer. While I do think salads can be very nutritious, this is not a video on how to make salads so you can fit society's version of a perfect body. My goal is to teach you how to cook the most delicious food, not to promote diet culture. So if that's what you're looking for, this video and this channel probably aren't right for you. Okay, let's get into it. The most common mistake I see when it comes to making salads is using a store-bought salad dressing. Even if you don't follow any of the other tips in this video, making your own dressing is going to do so much to improve the flavor and quality of your salad. It's a secret that all the best home cooks know.
And I make my own salad dressing. I mix Newman's Ranch with Newman's Italian. Sell it at flea markets for a slight loss.
If you've never made a salad dressing before, try starting with this simple lemon garlic vinaigrette. Zest and juice 2 small lemons into a jar, add a little bit of maple syrup and some Dijon mustard, plus grated garlic, salt, and black pepper. Now add in your extra virgin olive oil and just shake the jar until the dressing is emulsified. This formula is also super easy to modify, so you can swap out the lemon for balsamic vinegar, add in a shallot, and you have yourself a terrific balsamic vinaigrette. But you don't have to be limited to vinaigrette-style dressings. Of course, you can make a creamy dressing like a ranch or a Caesar. My personal go-to when I don't have much time is to make a tahini-based dressing because it's creamy and delicious, but still really wholesome. For the most basic tahini dressing, add a good quality runny tahini to a bowl, some lemon juice and zest if you like, a little maple syrup, salt, and black pepper. Now you'll whisk in some ice water a tablespoon at a time until the dressing is smooth and creamy. You could also add some spices like cumin or coriander or chili flakes or finely chopped fresh herbs. Making your own dressing takes like 5 minutes, and it is a guaranteed way to make your salad taste fresher, more complex, and more enjoyable. By the way, I've created a complete written guide on how to master salads at home. It includes a step-by-step formula that I personally use to whip up fantastic salads and the strategies you need to incorporate salad into your life on a regular basis. It has a ton of information that I didn't have time to include here, and I'll talk more about the guide later in this video. The next mistake you need to avoid is picking a boring base for your salad. Most people tend to pick just one lettuce when they make a salad, but rarely does that single lettuce offer everything you want in a salad. And if you want to become a salad person, you gotta be a little more creative. Luckily, there are several ways to do this. First, try using more than just one type of salad green. This works particularly well if you have salad greens that have contrasting textures or flavors. So maybe you pair a soft lettuce like butter lettuce with a crunchy lettuce like romaine, or pair a peppery, bitter arugula with a milder flavored mesclun. There's also no rule that you need to make lettuce the base of your salad to begin with. There are lots of raw vegetables that I think make really fun and exciting bases for your salads. Things like sliced heirloom tomatoes in the summer, smashed cucumbers, shaved fennel, carrot ribbons, and finely chopped broccoli. If you want to cook your vegetables, I really like blanching asparagus, snap peas, green beans, and carrots. Fresh herbs are another wonderful addition to your salad base. I love using soft herbs like basil, mint, parsley, dill, and cilantro. Fresh herbs are especially helpful to add when your salad greens aren't that exciting. And if it's fall or winter, consider pairing any of the above options with something like roasted vegetables or whole grains for something that's a little heartier. In winter, I particularly like to pair shredded massaged kale with a whole grain like farro or brown rice. The next mistake you need to avoid is making a salad without textural variety. If you make a salad with like just baby spinach and cherry tomatoes, it's gonna be a pretty repetitive chewing experience that'll get boring real quickly. I think of there being 4 main textures to look out for when you're building a salad: crisp, creamy, chewy, and crunchy. A good salad will typically have a minimum of 2 of those textures, ideally 3, and of course 4 is always welcome. I think crisp textures are the easiest to achieve with salads because so many raw vegetables have that nice, fresh, crisp bite, and so do some lettuces like romaine, little gem, and iceberg, which Iceberg is pretty useless, but it does have that nice crisp texture. If you don't have a crisp lettuce, try adding something like shaved fennel, carrots or kohlrabi, some snap peas, or even sliced apples. Avocado is probably the easiest way to add creaminess to your salad without any extra work, and it doesn't hurt that avocado works well with most salads, but you can also add creaminess through a dressing like that tahini-based dressing I showed you earlier, a nut-based dressing, or something like ranch dressing. Dried fruit is a fun way to add little pops of chewiness and sweetness to your salad. Things like tart dried cherries or chopped apricots or chopped dates. Raisins can be nice if you like them. I know some people hate them, so don't come for me in the comments if you're a raisin hater. I also really like chopped sun-dried tomatoes in Italian or Mediterranean-ish salads, and certain whole grains like farro and wheat berries offer exceptional chew in salads, as do some proteins like chickpeas and tofu. Now for my favorite texture in salads, crunchiness. Croutons are an obvious classic choice, and they are so easy to make at home, so much better than store-bought. All you need is bread, olive oil, and salt. My other favorite are toasted breadcrumbs like panko in some olive oil. They're buttery and crispy and crunchy and so fun to shower over salads. Toasted nuts and seeds offer a great crunch factor and are also high in healthy fats and fiber and antioxidants, so those are a great option. If you're looking for extra protein, toasted crispy quinoa and roasted chickpeas are great options. They offer both protein and crunch, and I've got a whole video on crispy quinoa right here. Another huge mistake is not making your salads hearty enough. Think about it. If you make a little rinky-dink 200-calorie salad for lunch, you're probably going to be hungry in 30 minutes, and you might even start to resent salads, even though the salad didn't do anything wrong. Thankfully, there are a few different ways you can make your salads hearty and delicious and still nutritious. First things first, bulk up your salad with some protein. So if you're short on time, even something like canned chickpeas or pre-cut store-bought tofu is fine, especially if your dressing is really tasty. But if you have a little extra time, roasting or pan-frying your own chickpeas, or baking or pan-frying your own tofu, or making a pot of seasoned lentils will make your salad taste even better. Healthy fats are another great option for your salads because they're gonna help you stay full longer. One of my favorite options are roasted nuts and seeds, but please toast them first. You're gonna get so much more delicious roasty flavor. It's gonna make the nuts and seeds crunchier to get more bang for your buck. I don't wanna see any raw unsalted almonds on your salad. That's a definite no. You could also add some of the ingredients we talked about earlier, like tahini or avocado, or some chopped olives if you're an olive person. And don't forget the complex carbs. As I mentioned, my favorite right now is toasted crispy quinoa, but you can also stir in some cooked grains like barley or brown rice or farro, or some roasted winter squash, sweet potatoes, or carrots. Mistake number 5 is not incorporating seasonal produce into your salads. This is something that should apply to all cooking, but it's particularly important for salads where vegetables are on prominent display. Vegetables just taste so much better when they're grown in season. They're sweeter, they're more flavorful, they're more vibrant, and they're more nutritious. If you make a salad with supermarket beefsteak tomatoes in February, that's gonna be a bad salad. I don't care what else you add, that's just a bad salad. But if you make a salad in July with summer tomatoes that you got at the farmer's market, that is a completely different story. It is so, so delicious. And this applies to winter months as well. There are actually quite a few vegetables that are in season in the colder months that you can use in your salads. For instance, chicories or bitter greens like radicchio, endive, arugula, those are all in season in winter. You can also try making the base of your salad thinly shredded kale, shaved Brussels sprouts, or finely chopped cauliflower or broccoli. You can also supplement your salads in the winter with heartier ingredients like blanched potatoes, roasted root vegetables, or roasted winter squash. All of these options will taste better than out-of-season salad greens and mealy tomatoes, plus they're going to make your salads a bit heartier, which is what you want in those colder winter months. Perhaps the saddest mistake I see when it comes to salads is not adding anything fun. When I was younger, eating salads was an act of self-deprivation, something I thought I had to do to eat healthy and be thin. That's a horrible place to be when it comes to food and life, and I'm really, really grateful I'm not there anymore. So these days, when I'm making a salad, I'm always looking for little opportunities to sprinkle in something fun, and there are a few easy ways you can do that. First, add at least one ingredient to your salad that you genuinely love, even if it doesn't have a particular health health benefit. For me, I love using toasted breadcrumbs with a mixture of nuts or seeds and some sort of spices. If I have leftover stale bread, I'll make croutons. But if you don't have time to make croutons, another fun option is to take a handful of pita chips and crush them over your salad. Crispy fried shallots or onions are another lovely addition. If you sway towards the sweet side of things, you can add some chopped medjool dates. And if you prefer things on the salty side, some chopped preserved lemons or capers are a great addition. Another strategy to add more fun into your salads is to experiment with cuisines. So it's definitely helpful to have like your classic balsamic vinaigrette and red wine vinaigrette in your salad arsenal, but it's also really nice to have variety. For instance, you can make a crunchy Asian-ish salad with a miso sesame vinaigrette and spicy peanuts, or you can try a Tex-Mex inspired deconstructed taco salad with my fan favorite queso. You can find both of these exclusive salad recipes in that written guide I mentioned earlier. Finally, find ways to add color and pizzazz to your salads. That might involve springing for something you don't ordinarily buy, like watermelon radishes or rainbow carrots or even edible flowers. If it makes you more excited to eat salad on a regular basis, it's definitely worth it. So I have a couple more really important tips for you, but before I get to them, I want to discuss how you can use all of the information in this video. You probably already know that eating salad is one of the best things you can do for your health. You're eating more vegetables, fiber, antioxidants, minerals, vitamins, all the good things. But I realize it can be hard for you to take all of the tips and information in this video and put them into action. It's not like you're gonna be grocery shopping and then pull out your phone, pull up this video, and then skip to the section where I talk about the primary salad bases. That would be crazy. So to help you on this journey in a more concrete way, I've created a comprehensive ebook that contains everything you need to know to master salad. It's got all the basics you would expect: vinaigrette recipes, creamy salad dressing recipes, and 5 delicious salads with amazing textures and flavors you won't find anywhere else. And while these recipes are amazing, in order to really master salads, you have to learn how to improvise. And this guide is designed to teach you just that, so you can effortlessly throw together salads that are delicious, hearty, and good for you without ever having to consult a recipe. So for example, in the salad dressing section of the book, I give you a formula for creating vinaigrettes so you can easily swap out ingredients based on what you have on hand. And in the salad base section of the book, I break down the most common types of salad greens so you know exactly what you're getting in terms of flavor and texture when you buy them, and how to pair them with the right salad dressing. And this section also includes cook times for blanched vegetables, whole grains, and lentils. This is the guide I wish I had when I was starting out my salad journey. It took me basically 10 years to become a salad person, but with this book, you can start to master salads in just a few days. You can get this guide over at my website, rainbowplantlife.com/salad. There's even a limited time promo happening right now. You can get a full 50% off of your guide using the code YouTube. I think that's a pretty great price for the amount of value you're getting. By the way, this is not the kind of thing that you look at once and never again. Everything in here is designed to be super actionable and used in your day-to-day life. Which brings me to my next tip. If you are serious about incorporating salads into your meals more often, you need to make a plan. One of the most helpful things I've found over the years to get me to eat less takeout and to cook at home more often is to plan my meals. On the weekend, I'll sit down and start thinking about what meals I want to cook the following week. Maybe not every single meal, but a general plan. And during that process, I'll think about how I can incorporate salads into those meals. This sort of planning, where you write down when, where, and how you're going to complete a task, is what psychologists call an implementation intention. And hundreds of studies have shown that it's one of the most effective ways to actually achieve your goals, whether your goal is to sleep 8 hours a night, see your family more often, or eat more salads. This doesn't mean I plan to eat salad 5 times a week. Certainly in winter, I gravitate towards soups and stews and curries, so I might only plan to make 1 or 2 salads as a side to go with my meals. But if it's summer and I have a lot of great produce from the farmer's market, I'll definitely plan to incorporate more salads, including some of those main meal salads. Just this simple act of putting my intention on paper has been hugely helpful for getting me to eat salad more regularly and to order takeout less often. In the ebook, I've included a template you can use to plan out your own meals. Like a lot of the stuff in the guide, you can easily print it out and stick it on your fridge so you can stay on track with your goals. But even if the idea of planning out your meals horrifies you, this next tip will definitely help you eat more salads. And that is to do some basic meal prep. If you take the time to do just a little bit of prep when you get home from the grocery store, you're gonna remove a lot of the friction of making a salad later in the week. Most Sundays, I like to prep at least 1 or 2 make-ahead components that I can incorporate into my salads during the week. Crunchy condiments or toppers like toasted nuts and seeds or toasted breadcrumbs, those will stay good in your pantry for at least a few weeks, so you can make a double batch or a triple batch and enjoy them for quite a while. Another thing you can prep are raw vegetables for your salads. Most vegetables you can slice and store in the fridge in Tupperware for a few days and they'll be fine. The exception would be watery vegetables like cucumbers or tomatoes. When it comes to lettuce, the one thing I do every week is to massage the kale I buy from the grocery store as soon as I get home. This ensures I actually get some leafy greens into my diet every week instead of letting them wilt in the fridge. If you're not sure how to best store your lettuces and salad greens, there's information on that in the ebook. During my prep, I also try to make one dressing. Most dressings will stay good in your fridge for at least 4 days, and the acidic heavy ones, like vinaigrettes, those can stay good for up to 2 weeks. One other thing I like to do is to roast a batch of chickpeas. These add protein and crunch, and they'll stay good on the counter for a few days. Having these components prepped on hand will make it 10 times more likely that you will actually whip up a salad on Monday for lunch or on Tuesday for dinner instead of relying on takeout. Think of it as doing a favor for your future self. Speaking of doing favors for your future self, if you want to make delicious hearty salads a regular part of your life, be sure to check out my ebook at rainbowplantlife.com/salad. There's currently a limited time promo going on. You can get 50% off the guide using the code YouTube. If you have any questions, I'll be down in the comment section to answer them, and I'll be back with a new video very soon. I'll see you then. Bye!